Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our overview of Pisces season from February 18th through the 20th of March. Okay? Now, this is an overview. I'm going to give you some dates. I'm going to pull some cards. We're going to see what we have to see and what comes, what comes to me. Okay? Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all my decks with Reiki energy. But remember, these are general readings. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message. And sometimes it can be very, very confusing. Now, I have pulled out, okay, I'm using my Radley Valentine deck, my Angel Tarot cards. I'll pull some cards from there. I have my Emily Anderson crystal deck, so I will pull at the end what crystal might be of use during Pisces season. And I have been really being called to my Radley Valentine Guardian Angel deck. I don't use this too often, but this has been really kind of nudging at my mind. These are very wordy, so they're not, so while they're also extremely kind cards. So if you're ever worried about, using tarot decks or something like that, these are extremely kind. Sometimes they're not as, oh my goodness, what do I want to say? They're not as, in depth, but they can give you a really nice umbrella. They can give you a really nice overview. We're going to pull this one towards the end, unless I feel close that I need to pull it. Now, a couple of things now is, like I said, I have all my other decks there that I use in the longer readings. So if I'm called to pull any of that, like my Archangel Power Tarot cards, I will do that. So let's talk about Pisces season. Now, Pisces season, like I said, February 18th, and it will be going through to March 20th when Aries season starts. Pisces is the 12th astrological sign of the astrological year. It is a water sign, so it's emotional. It's very fluid, but there's also deep feelings. Now you have to think of Pisces. Pisces is the two fish. So one fish likes to go towards that upper, one fish likes to delve more into the darker energies, okay? There is an umbilical cord, if you want to call it, or some sort of a tether between the two. Now, we are in an Aquarius season right now, and we are getting more and more enmeshed in that season. So that's why I'm going to tell you that Aquarius is an air sign. That's why we need to make sure that we keep our thoughts and our words very, very positive, because Pisces can kind of delve into some of those areas we don't want to go into. Okay? But at the same time, it is sometimes good for us to see those darker sides of ourselves. Sometimes it is when that mirror is brought to our face and we have to see the things that we may not want to look at in order to clear them out. So that's what Pisces season does, okay? It does bring those emotions, heightened emotions, and it does help us to see parts of ourselves that we might, that we can look at and say, let's do better with that, okay? Now, let's go on. I'm going to move my Guardian Angel cards, unless I feel like I need to draw one now. But let's go on. Pisces season, February 18th, and I'm going to be looking here because I've got my notes over here. It starts at 5:44 a.m., the 18th. That's Eastern Standard Time, and all of the times that I'll give you will be Eastern Standard Times. I'll give it, some of them are military. This is like 0544, which is 5:44 in the morning. So let's see what the overall energy is going to be like. Oh, I keep being pulled towards my normal or to my regular tarot, but let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and 3. You know that when the cards are reversed, that has some strong energies. Let's see what we have here. First card up, 3 of Earth. Earth energy is our Taurus, okay? We do have some Earth energy here. We have Uranus in Taurus, and then we're also, I think Mars is in Taurus also. So there is some Earth energy going on throughout Pisces season. So that will help to keep us grounded. Because when I tell you what I got when I was doing my meditation and my praying, from higher power, I think that we'll need to keep that grounding. We will need to make sure that we have that tether. And, whether that's tethering that darker fish and bringing it up to the light, or that lighter fish and bringing it back to the earth, I think we need to stay grounded during this time. Now, threes have a very celestial type of energy with this too. Now, this is about using this. Okay, this card is about creative energy. This is figuring things out. This creativity can be in the arts, but it can also be in your business. It can also be in any of the relationships that I talk about. And yes, relationships are your work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. So there is this creative type of energy to help us stay grounded during what could be an emotionally roller coaster type of season. Okay? So the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. Next card, again reversed, the 10 of air. Now, air is our Aquarius. It's our Gemini. Now we're leaving Aquarius season. It is our Gemini. It's our Libra. It is thinking things through. It is trying to, so between the earth energy and the air energy, it's trying to say, let's not just rely on our emotions, okay? We need to think things through a little bit, and there is some things going on with air energy. I think we have after March, anyway, we will then have 3 signs still in Aquarius. We have our Jupiter, Saturn, and we have Mercury too. So we do need to try to keep our thoughts and our words, clarity, keep clarity with it. However, the 10 is transitional. The 10 says we're moving through this. This is one of those times that I really do feel that, that we're moving through some really deep emotions. We're moving, towards that time when we're going to be using our brain, our thoughts. We're going to be using that higher energy, that higher vibration, and that will help us to pass through this time. Now, the 10 of air is the end of a difficult situation, and we're coming to the end of the astrological year. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Our last card here, the dreamer. Now, Archangel Metatron. Metatron is believed to have been Enoch. Enoch, who prior to the flood walked with God and then was transfixed, transformed, brought up to the heavens. So, Metatron, this is a good time. Now, this is a good time to clean out a lot of stuff so that we can get started with that new stuff too. Now, Pisces in itself is an extremely dreamy type of energy, is an extremely dreamy type of sign. It looks at all its possibilities. It doesn't necessarily, and I think that's why you need to have the earth and the air. It doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily based in total reality, but I will tell you about Pisces season. When Pisces are in Pisces season, they put things out. They have the ability to manifest. Okay? So, this is a leap of faith. Follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So these are really positive for an overview with Pisces season in itself. So let's go on now. So like I said, when I open myself to higher power, and as I'm preparing this, I ask for what is going to go on with my Pisces season. Not necessarily for Pisces, for all of us. And there's going to be a lot of, remember I've talked about Saturn in Aquarius, reality or illusion versus reality, seeing the reality versus the illusion. There's a lot of, it brings me to mind I think it was Mark Twain that said something like it. People would rather be fooled than to know that they were fooled. So this is that time. This is that energy. This is that type of energy that we are working through and experience and living through. So thing about this, so we're going to be, many of us will fight that Saturn reality, okay? It just won't make sense to us. Now, watch out. So we all have to watch out for that roller coaster of emotions. Watch out for depression. Watch out for extreme emotions, mood swings. But these are all cleansing energies. These are all things that have to get out of the way. Like I said, we have to look at that dark side, bring it up, and then let it go out to that universe. So cleansing energy is bringing light to the darker side. So, as that one little fish likes to go there, where it's almost like we're giving him a little flashlight. Unloading a lot of emotional energies or emotional baggage, major discoveries. Okay? Okay. So I'm kind of feeling called to my traditional tarot cards. And let's see, Rider-Waite tarot cards. Let's see what we might have here. So, and because remember, as we go more and more into the Aquarius energy, Saturn and Jupiter are becoming more and more into that. So we must keep our thoughts, our vibrations, our words high during this time. Pisces season could pull us under. Okay, if we allow it to happen. And we don't want that. We really don't want that, because we want to stay grounded. We want to use this energy to push things away, because we do want this new beginning. We do want this possibilities, especially since ending of a season, bringing on a new season. So let's go on and see what we might have here. Now, I don't know if these are reversed or not, but I am feeling called with these cards. Okay, this is reversed, strong energy. So the Tower. Now the Tower can be kind of scary to people. That's a 16, so 6, number of man, 1, transition, put it together, 1 plus 6, 7, 7 has a divine umbrella. The Tower is when things come down in order for things to be rebuilt. In order for things to be rebuilt, like I said, we have to face those darker sides of ourselves. We have to see our emotions for what they are. But in order for us to rebuild, things that those illusions have to come down. Okay? So don't be worried. Whenever I have seen this, there have been changes in my life. And while those changes, and for many people, while those changes may feel shocking, usually what it changed into was I would consider actually a blessing. Now, next card. So here we have 6 of Pentacles. This would be your 6 of Earth. This would be your 6 of Ariel. Okay? So this is receiving money coming unexpectedly. So just as we're feeling like things are shifting and shaking, and like the Earth might be doing a little bit of a dance, and we're getting a little bit worried, and then the miracles start to happen, okay? And it happens in that earthly, physical realm. Your last card here, this is the 3 of Swords. This is letting go of that past. But again, it's also looking at that. It's looking at what we've gone through. Because, we have to look at these things in order to, to learn from them, in order to let go of them, in order to see what we did like, what was helpful to us, okay? So again, very much what I was just saying, fighting Saturn reality, watch out for depression, extreme emotions, mood swings, cleansing energy, very cleansing energy, bringing light to the darker side, unloading a lot of emotional baggage, major discoveries, okay? Okay, now, let's go on a little bit more. All the planets from February 20th till almost the end of April. Now, there was a node, I think it's the southern node, but I'm not sure, southern or northern node that was retro, but for the most part, all the planets are going direct. So as of the 20th. So things are, things are getting cleared up. Things are going to be sometimes it can be hard when they go direct because they're kind of in our faces more so, okay? It's like, deal with it. But let's go through some of the things that I thought was of interest. Now, February 18th, we start Pisces season. The 19th on February, we have Venus, which is in Aquarius, squares with Mars, which is in Taurus. And that's at 6:03 p.m. Again, Eastern Standard Time. Now, you have to understand, or you should understand, that Venus is considered the goddess of love in mythology. Mars, Aries, is the god of war. So what does that mean? There can be some really strong emotions. Now, Venus is in Aquarius, so there is that, that strategy, there's that words, so the emotions will have a little bit more thought to it, okay? Mars is in Taurus, so this is like really down to earth type of energy. This is action energy. So there's kind of a love-hate type of energy going on right now. Extremely, extremely strong emotions during at least this time. But it's not just for this one day. This does go forward. So there's going to be some strong, strong emotions. Now, February 20th, Mercury, which is in Aquarius, goes direct, okay? And that's at 7:52 p.m. So there will be, again, Aquarius is that thought process, seeing, strategizing. I do feel, there's a lot of liberation and freedom seeking with Aquarius energy. And, and Mercury is your communication. So there is a lot of seeing clearly. There is a lot of problem solving, but there's also some detachment too. It's detaching from the drama, detaching from okay, we have one that's flying out. One that is, basically it's kind of looking at things. There's still these high emotions from the 19th, but this is seeing things a little bit clearer, okay? Now, we have the King of Swords reversed, so this is, again, strong energy for me. The King of Swords, now, King of Air. This would also be the King of Michael. Now, this is the one, the underlying energy is air energy, and the swords is air energy. So, again, it is your Aquarius, it is your Gemini, it is also your Libra. Mercury is in Aquarius right now. Venus is also in Aquarius. So even though the emotions are high, even though, the thing that you really, really, really need to remember is to stay centered. Look beyond the emotions, okay? The King of Swords is the wisest of the wise. The King of Swords is also considered the oldest in the tarot deck. But the King of Swords, this is wisdom. This is seeing the truth. This is, okay, even though, I might be feeling emotional, I need to still stay centered and I need to see that truth, okay? Okay, so we go on to the 25th of February. Venus enters Pisces now. So it's transitioning from Aquarius into Pisces at 8:12 a.m. So this brings us into more of that sensitive mood, moodier type of swings. But it's also kind of like, let's make up, let's have some hope. Let's, like I said, the moods with Pisces, with all of these energies, are going to be kind of that up and down. So that while there is this, if there's a little bit of a moodiness, there's also this eagerness. There's also this romantic energy. Now we come to the 27th. 27th, the full moon. And Virgo trines with Uranus, Taurus, Uranus and Mars. Now both of those are in Taurus, so there is a lot of earthly energy. And I believe it's opposite of Venus, okay? And that's in Pisces. Like I said, I think Pluto has something going on here too. So there is a very earthy type of energy here. So remember, we've got that romantic type of energy on the 25th. We've got that, sensitive kind of, but now we come to that full moon. And remember, new moon to full moon, request. Full moon is the time that you release what's holding you back, relinquish what you don't need anymore, and request the good stuff. So release, relinquish, request. And there's like a 3-day window to that, which would actually bring us like to the 24th and then bring us to the 30th, okay? Or without the 30th because we have 28 days. So 28th, so the 2nd of March. So that's kind of that 3-day window. But this is going to be a time very earthy, The Virgo wants to be a bit of a perfectionist, so the things you want to do will be a little bit, you will want to get things right. But it's also with with Uranus and with Mars, there's also this, busyness to it. It's getting ready for changes. It's almost like, you might want to, if you're in the northern hemisphere, get ready for spring cleaning. There's an enthusiasm. There's a high with this. High motivation and energies. Preparation, getting ready for some big changes. There's an anticipation in this energy here. Now, if you did not have a Valentine's Day, if there was things that happened, if you do have somebody that's in your life, this would be like a makeup Valentine's Day. Okay? So that's the type of energy this full moon is going to have. So this is actually a positive. This is a real positive energy here. So let's see if we're going to pull for that February 25th. So remember, Venus wants to make up from the 19th and the 20th. They kind of, let's make up. Let's get things back into, let's get things, I don't want to say back into what they were because, that you can't put toothpaste back into the tube. But let's work with what we have. Virgo is like, okay, now, again, very much so. The Virgo full moon, very much so. Let's work with what we have. Okay, let's see what we have then with this one. Okay, I'm going to do 3 cards again. Reversed. 2 of water. Now, water energy is Pisces, it's Cancer, it's also Scorpio. It's very emotional, very fluid. 2 is coming together. 2 is coming together. Now, there's some choices too. There is some pathways that you can possibly say, do I really want to come together? You don't have to come together. But again, remember when I was saying that, this is bringing light to the darker side. It's major discoveries. So this is also having that type of, what do I do with that information now? What do I do with those emotions? Again, too, the Aquarius, the King of Swords, also has us all thinking a little bit more than just our emotions. The emotions are going to be there. Pisces always brings those emotions out. But there is going to be a lot of thought in what we do. So the 2 of water is a relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict, which is what we just talked about. Reversed, the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess has a lot of moon energy here, okay? So the moon energy, again, there's a lot of psychic type of energy with the moon also. No matter what phase that we're in, the moon always affects the earth, gravitational pull, things like that. Now, the other thing is, and I say this a lot, we never see the other side of the moon. Now, we might. I know that that's something about we might, but that doesn't make sense because that's not how this works. But, but seeing the other side of the moon is delving into that psychic realm. Now, Pisces, like I said, by going down deeper, there is, it does look deep into our psyche. It does look deep into that unknown too. So again, I know that we are not going to see the other side. My logical brain says, but I'm also getting, but you might. So what's going on behind the scenes? So again, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Now that's really important because, like I said, this is where you have to use your brain. You have to use that air energy and not so much your emotions, because emotions are going to be like up and down, up and down. So now, and again, we have the 2 and we have the 2 here. So there might be a pattern with that. Here we are, the moon. Okay, so we have, this is Archangel Heniel. This is also Archangel Heniel. And we are doing this the 25th through the 27th, actually, until 28th, until like the 2nd. So there is a lot of moon energy. Make sure you use the moon energy, okay? Again, too, we will be feeling that emotional, that psychic pull, especially around this moon. But again, there's a lot of earth energy here. The trines actually are good energies with it. It's opposite Venus. So there's also, there is that sensitive area too, but there's going to be high motivation, high energy. Like I said, it's a makeup Valentine's Day type of energy here too. So now we have an 18. So 18, 1, new beginnings, 8, unlimited opportunities, 9, 1 plus 8 equal 9. Let's wrap things up, okay? Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So again, this Pisces season is looking deep inside us, looking deep, and like I said, clearing things out, getting rid of a lot of the emotional baggage. Okay, let's go on here. Oh, interesting, huh? Yes. Anyway, Mars. The 3rd of March. So now we jump ahead a little bit. 3rd of March, Mars is in Gemini at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Being in Gemini, remember, Mars, god of war. Gemini is air energy again. So think of the sword, okay? Think, a Gemini, when the Gemini, push comes to pull, a Gemini energy is very sharp. Gemini energy uses its words, okay? Uses its words, and it's one of those times, and especially if you both are using the Gemini, if you're in a discussion with somebody and you're both using this Gemini energy, oh my goodness, it's going to be one of those things that, again, I don't know, maybe you're going to really have to watch your emotions here, or I'm not quite sure what we're going to talk about with this one, because it's going to be sharp. It's going to be sharp. Gemini energy in Mars, using your words to fight or debate with, clever strategies, clever arguments, strong communication. Also, too, this can also lead to some manipulation, okay? So it's really, it could be very, like I said, the sword cuts through the air, it cuts the fat from the meat, or whatever you want to say, however that is, cuts the bologna away. It clears a lot of air here on the 3rd. Now, we come to the 5th of March. Mercury in Aquarius is conjunct with Jupiter in Aquarius. They are both at 17 degrees. Conjunctions mean that they're pretty close together. So like 45 minutes before the dawn, if you look to the east, it's going to make that, you should be able to see an elongated type of what would appear to be maybe a star. So they're going to be close together. There's also, now Mercury, communication, Jupiter, good fortune, good news. They actually like each other in many ways, okay? So Mercury is the closest to the sun, right? Isn't it Mercury? Mercury, Venus, Earth, yes, and then Mars, and then Jupiter. So Mercury's the closest to the sun, Jupiter a little bit further away, but actually they do like each other. They do have that positive type of spin to each other. There's going to be a lunar eclipse. That actually adds a little more oomph to it. So we can expect to hear some unexpected, optimistic, positive news around that time, okay? And again, some of these energies carry through for a longer period of time. Some of them are a little bit shorter. But, so we might actually, maybe even on that 3rd with that Mars with Gemini, the words coming through. So interesting stuff there. Let's go ahead now, since those are together. And yep, I'm being pulled towards this. Let's see, for the 3rd of March and the 5th of March, if there's a couple of cards that we need in my Pisces season. Okay, you want to come? Sure. Well, I think that's it. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay. We have another 2 here. So 2 does seem to be a little bit of it does seem to be a little bit of a trend. This is the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is also the 2 of fire. It's also the 2 of Raphael, Michael, Gabriel. Who's the 2 of Wands? Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's not Raphael. Raphael is water. Gabriel is okay, Ariel, Gabriel. Is it Gabriel? Okay, anyway, Anyway, I do know what they are, but this is the 2 of Wands is the 2 of fire. Okay, so this is looking, again, there's some choices here. This is kind of looking out at what you've achieved. This is also seeing where you want to go with this. Hence the 2, hence the choices. Okay? Okay. So, let's go on now. Now, and that bothers me. I'm going to have to get my cards out. I'm having a moment. Okay, anyway. So now we jump to March 13th. We have the new moon. It is in Pisces. It's at 5:21 a.m. Lots of psychic sensitivity again, and especially since we have these two, this is going from that full moon to that new moon. And this is a time to release, yes, but there's also this really strong psychic sensitivity going on at this time. There's also, this is another time when you're going to feel those emotions deeply. 15th, Mercury is entering Pisces. Okay, communications, emotional communications. This is at 6:27 p.m. Expressing deepest emotions and thoughts. So all of this stuff that we have that we've come to. Now, granted, we still have another 5 days of our zodiac, okay, of the astrological year. But this is where things all come to a head. This is where things all kind of bubble up and just let's get this out. Let's get things cleared up. Let's just put it out there, okay? So expressing your deepest emotions, deepest thoughts, but you've had to go through all of this journey in order for you to discover them, okay? Because otherwise you would have just been haphazard. There's a lot of clarity to this emotions, to these thoughts. There's a lot of, this is what I've learned. So this is not just for Pisces per se. This is for all of us. This is kind of, there's a lot of strong energy here, strong thought here, strong emotions here, and it's like a culmination of everything that comes. So it's like you're seeing beyond the fog. There's been so many times that there's been things that have tried to make, like I said, Saturn is reality versus illusion. Not going to say that all our illusion has been cleared up, but there is going to be more reality than there is illusion. Okay? So let's go on here again. And here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. One card. This is for the 13th and the 15th. Leaving things behind. This is letting go. This is, okay, so this is the Eight of Cups. This is an emotional withdrawal. This is saying goodbye. This is saying, now remember, eight's unlimited opportunities, but this is saying goodbye to the past. Yeah, now I shouldn't say the past because we bring that with us. Please understand when I say that, it's not that we bring those lessons with us. But this is saying, I'm moving on from here. I'm done with this. I am done with this. Okay? Cups is your water. It's your Raphael. It is also, your water, your Raphael. Okay. Okay, so let's go on. We're wrapping it up here. March 20th, new zodiac year, 5:38 a.m., Aries season begins. So let's go on. I'm feeling kind of called to this, maybe because I messed up on on my fire sign. Here we are. Let's see what we might have as we finish up Pisces and we enter into, oh, we have a lot, into Aries. So, oh, wow. Okay, Four of Raphael. Raphael is our water energy. Like I've talked, four has some stability to it. Four is also letting things go, saying, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not quite ready for that future yet, but I'm getting ready for that future. I want to let these things go. So while this talks about missing an opportunity, the opportunity is still coming. The opportunity is still there. It's just you're kind of in that little bit of that, like you've heard me say that fallow period. Yes, my mother used to tell me, you're in a fallow period. You're just wait. And then you feel like you're waiting forever. This is a short time. This is like this is kind of like a stopover, okay? Because letting go to move on. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Again, Pisces season is going to be emotional. King of Ariel. Okay, King of Ariel, earth energy. King, also the underlying energy is wisdom, but this is practical. This is, this is making things, I feel like this is making a lot out of your hands. It doesn't mean that you're making it from your hands. It could be. Maybe you are a crafter of some sort. But this is about creating a better practical future. This is earth energy here. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So we have the 8 of Michael. We had the 10 of air here. I don't see any. We had the 3 of swords. So this is the 8 of Michael. 8 of Michael, we'll turn it around. And the 8 of Michael again, air energy. This is freedom coming. This is saying take some chances, take some risks. But again, too, I'm going to tell you, calculated risks, okay? Use your brain, use your thoughts. You can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Then we come to the King of Michael. King of Michael is King of Air, King of Swords. We had the King of Swords right there. So you have that again. So we need to, while there's all these emotions swirling around us, we need to be able to use our thoughts. We need to be able to see past, okay? Principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. 6 of Raphael, have fun, okay? 6 is the number of man. Remember, we all have to enjoy our journey. But remember, this is coming up in Aries. This is about Aries. Here we go. Embrace your inner child, new relationships or kindled relationships, or rekindled, children or childhood. We have another 2 here, reversed, 2 of Ariel. So Ariel is, it's important to have balance. So now we have to make sure that we do balance that emotion with those thoughts. It's kind of like, remember your thought, your words, but also your spirit, also your heart. You have to have that balance, okay? It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So there's busy energy coming for Aries. And again, that's the start of the new astrological year. And this one, face down, the 8 of Raphael. So we had a lot of 8 energy here too. So let's look at that. So we have 1, 2, we had some King of Sword energy here. We had King energy, King of Swords energy. We had a lot of 2 energy. And didn't we have 8 of Michael. And then the 8 of Raphael is the 8 of Cups. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. Remember, this is all in Aries, okay? So while this is unloading our Pisces season as it's coming to the end, it seems like it's going to be unloading our darkest secrets. It's going to unload a lot of our emotions. We need to stay, we do need to have some clarity of thought during this time. Again, there's going to be this emotional roller coaster going on, but once we get to, like I said, what was it, to like the 15th of March, going to the 20th, that's where we're going to get things put together for us. And then we enter Aries, and Aries looks like it's going to be really, really positive. Okay? It looks like let's put it this way. It looks like the movement, the energies will be strong to push us into a better reality. How's that? Oh. Anyway, like I said, these have been calling to me. These are my guardian angels. I bought these one time because I do like Radley Valentine's decks. But like I said, these are very sweet, very kind, but sometimes we need a little bit of sweetness and kindness too. So can you tell me, higher power, what do we need to know for Pisces season, or what will help us through Pisces season? Let's go on. We will cut. We're only going to pull one. This is not reversed, but like I said, these are a little talky, so sorry about that. Here we go. Let's see what this is. Spiritual teaching. 9. 9 is wrapping things up. 9 is wrapping things up. The spiritual teacher, I believe, would be the hermit. Kind of like this is a time that we need this time. We need Pisces season to get things, like I said, to get things, um, get look at the darkness, look at the deep, try to create a little bit of an understanding of all of this. But let's read this. There are great rewards in spending time alone. Use those moments of solitude to focus on love and ways in which you might give to those around you. Shine your light. Remember, I talked to you about that earlier. Shine your light as an example for others to follow. Seek out a spiritual mentor on your own if your life feels unfulfilled now. The spiritual teacher. And two, actually, because remember what I said in the beginning. Let me go back up here. Bringing light to the darker side. That's what this is going to be about. Exposing, kind of secrets in many ways, but unloading a lot of emotional baggage, major discoveries. That came to me from the higher power, from my higher power. And let's see, we're going to finish up. And let's see what we have, what crystal or energy might be of use during Pisces season. And we'll see if I have it. That's always the game, isn't it? Does Debbie even have the crystal? Here we go. Hematite. And I do. Here's hematite. And hematite, remember I told you about grounding, that we do need to stay focused, we do need to have that earth energy, but it's about self-healing, and I would say that there will be a lot of healing for Pisces season. Grounding, right opportunity, also justice. Interesting that we didn't get justice, but things have to be torn down in order for things to be built up. And I would, that full moon preparation, then also that 5th of March, Mercury conjunct with Jupiter at 17 degrees, unexpected positive news. The 15th through the 20th, kind of like just saying enough, there's enough is enough. I can see beyond the fog. Clarity is coming. Okay. Anyway, so much. I know there's a lot here. I'm going to, because I know some people like to take pictures of this or so I'm going to kind of go here so you might have a little better view of this. There you go. So that's what I have for you for Pisces season. I will be going in and doing my longer readings, so you expect those either today or tomorrow. And then, of course, I will do the general energies too. So to all of you, remember, like, share, subscribe, hit the button, take a moment. It's all good. It does help. But to all of you, as always, please know you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.